Welcome, everybody. Simon versus the podcast. Today we're going to be doing Death to Smoochy. Yay! I'm Simon, as always, and today I have with me, as usual, Sod.
Hello.
And Ethan.
This is Ethan, and how do you like that?
Yeah.
I know.
Death to Smoochy,
Pretty
released
good.
in 2002, directed by Danny DeVito. And
Yeah.
starring Danny DeVito. He's in the film.
Interesting director for this movie, because,
Yes.
I will say, I do like Danny DeVito as a comedy director. Like, he's directed Matilda, which I think is a great family movie, which I loved to watch as a kid. And then he did a movie called Throw Mama from the Train with Billy Crystal, which is a pretty good movie. Have y'all seen that before?
No, I've
but
heard it was good,
heard of
though.
it.
Oh, it's really good. Yeah, it's like, but Billy Crystal has his bitch wife, and then he wants her dead so much, which you could probably relate, Simon. and then Dan DeVito, he has his mom, a very uptight old mom that always screams at him. His name's Owen, and she screams, "Oh man!" Like all the time, constantly screaming at him. And he's like, "Oh my god, will this bitch die?" And then Dan DeVito, he watches the Alfred Hitchcock movie Strangers on a Train, which is about swapping murders, like a guy, each other, yeah. And then he gets so inspired, and he goes out to Billy Crystal, because Billy Crystal, he teaches a writing class, and Dan DeVito's in that same class. I'm like, how about this? We both have insufferable people in our lives. How about we swap murders? And that's the movie. It's a really great premise, and Dan DeVito stars in it, like in Death to Smoochy, and directs it. And it's a really good movie. So before going to this movie, I had that, oh, okay, I like these movies, so this should be good. Plus Robert Williams, and then we're doing Robert Williams month, so this should be a good one.
And
Plus
Sod,
Edward
cut that.
Norton.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
cut that! I want to explain! Wow, this is why I never talk. You're such an asshole. I don't talk about these movies.
I guess on the subject of Throw Mama from the Train, I've only heard about that movie because I remember once for a parent-teacher interview, my dad came back after one of them and said that my maths teacher reminded him of the wife in Throw Mama from the Train.
I was hoping you were going to say your dad got back from throwing someone off a train.
Oh, God.
That would be a Mick Taylor moment, yeah.
Yeah.
In the family.
Okay, anyways, Robin Williams is in this. Edward Norton is basically the star of the film.
Really surprisingly, yeah, because when he picked this Robin Williams month, I was like, okay, it's Robin. He's on the main guy in the poster. He started off as the main guy. And then Edward Norton really kind of takes over. It's just, yeah, he's a shining star.
He's basically the antagonist for the most part.
He is.
For the first part, I mean, he is sort of catalyst of everything that happens in this movie for the most part. But then later on, he's sort of, I don't know, weirdly, I don't know, we'll get into it later, but yeah.
Also starring Catherine Keener and Jon Stewart.
Yeah,
in this as well.
So the film starts off with a Smoochy song. Do you guys want me to sing it?
Sure. Sure, yeah.
It was kind of an unsure.
Just do it, please!
Sod, are you going to put music to the back of this?
Oh, see, I'll try and find it.
All right, here we go. Where can you go when the skies turn gray, where the sun always shines and the animals play, where every day is a happy day? Well, Smoochy's here to show the way. Let's go to Smoochy's Magic Jungle. Smoochy's Magic Jungle, it's a happy, 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 happy place. And then we see Smoochy getting shot.
Beat to
death and then shot.
It's pretty brutal.
It's great. Yeah. I love the intro of this film.
It's a great shot as well, just seeing a rhino.
Oh, the shadows.
Yeah.
It's kind of a Hitchcock shot in a way, bringing it back to that.
Yeah.
So then, right after that, we go into Robin Williams as Rainbow Randolph.
Cuts back to 6 months beforehand.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, it's like a flashback, yeah. Well,
it says it in the title, so...
yeah.
This is in the intro, goddammit.
And then Robin gets his own song, which I'm also gonna sing.
All the songs in this movie are intentionally the most annoying children's songs imaginable.
I love the songs in this film.
They're fine. They're songs. They are what they are. They're children's songs.
Yeah. So Robin,
what the movie's going for okay, just sing
Robin
a song.
comes in. And he's like, friends come in all sizes. That's a fact. It's true. All the colors of the rainbow. From meth to blue. The names are different. The shoes don't match. Some like to toss and the others catch. One might say gross while the other says snatch. Like stuff like that. Because friends come in all
It's the
sizes.
most
Take it from
like
me. Golly gee.
worst annoying.
Size doesn't matter. So when you want some friendly patter from a pal who is true and will lift you when you are blue. You can count on him, Sod.
I
And
love
He can
Smoochy.
count on you, Sod. It's true, it's true. Friends come in all sizes. Yes, they do, Sod.
Jesus.
This first 5 minutes of this film, I'm hooked. Like 2 cheesy songs back to back. It's great.
Yeah, but then it sort of cuts to like all the product placements and like basically like
Yeah.
Robin Williams plays this like children's presenter. It's like this whole movie is basically like a satire on
Children's television
children's
and
entertainment.
mascots. Yeah.
Yeah.
So right after like because even I think on the set of the children's shows like there's like dollar coins in the background by memory.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in these like crappy little sets.
Yeah, and then they like cuts to commercial. It's like all these products like lunch boxes and even cigarettes.
Yeah. It's they just went all in with the commentary.
Yeah, it's
This what made now is be a bunch of Smoochy Funko Pops or NFTs probably.
I
Yeah,
want a
it
Smoochy
would be
Funko, but not NFT bullshit.
Yeah, I don't even get that joke, so it's okay.
you still don't understand NFTs.
No, I don't. I don't understand what they are, and I don't think I want to know. It's gonna be shit people are
It's the
gonna be
dumbest.
forgetting about in a year from now. I don't care.
All you need to know is they're bad.
Okay, they're bad. You're here to hear, folks. Ethan says they're bad. That's my versus the podcast.
Yeah, that's how you know they're bad.
Yes, because I said so. I'm the voice of the
Stamp
people
of
here.
disapproval.
Yes.
NFTs gets the thumbs down.
True thumbs down. Yes.
Non-flushable
recommend.
turds. So, moving on with the plot. Turns out that our boy Rainbow Randolph,
Rainbow
Robin Williams.
Randolph.
Yeah, it's a great name, Rainbow Randolph. Like,
Yeah.
Yes,
Is it-
it is a nice name for like a children's television show. It is.
thoughts come in all sizes.
But yeah,
Well,
so
he's at this restaurant with these parents, and they're paying money to try and get their shitty little kid on stage with Rainbow. And he's like, "Fuck off!" And he walks out, but it turns out it's a sting.
by the FBI or something on
Yeah.
this children's entertainer.
It's great because he's taking like bribes and stuff to have kids on TV, basically.
Yeah, I don't know, it's weird, it's cynical and weird and so like mean-spirited to a point where it works. That's all like the best thing about this movie for me anyway.
Yeah, because they don't hold back, which is nice.
Yeah. So, and then just like that, after he gets busted, basically his whole career just goes down the shitter. It's ruined.
Yeah, he's done. He's like homeless. He gets kicked out of like the studio penthouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It cuts to like
He's gotten
the set being
no
torn
money.
down and
Yeah. Like I like how they do the time lapse of like each letter slowly being taken off.
Mm-hmm. I would say a lot is happening during this movie. We may not make that out to be like that, but like in this particular scene, a lot is happening. It's like the beginning is no real like exposition. It's like shit, like all of it, Rainbow, he's gone from his job. And this
Rainbow
happened.
Ramboff.
Happened. Whatever.
Rainbow Ramboff. Welcome to Rainbow Ramboff.
whatever you call him.
That's the
Yes.
German version. Rainbow Ramboff.
And really a lot is happening in the scene. It's like, okay, here's the movie. Well, here's what the central, thing is, and then this happens. So a lot is happening during this little montage.
It's great. I love it.
Yeah, but
And then we go right into Jon Stewart trying to explain the situation, and they're trying to get someone to replace
new
Robin.
like big children's mascot.
And we get to, so here's what happened. Here's the plot. This is a sequel to Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yes,
but-
kind of in the way.
Mr.
Wait, where does
Lundy.
this take place
He
in
now
the trilogy,
he now
though?
runs.
We established that 1 hour
Yeah.
photo also takes place in this like timeline. So is 1 hour photo?
1 hour photo is after Death to Smoochy.
Okay, so
But
yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
actually, I thought about this. It's actually a good unofficial trilogy. It's a dark Robin Williams trilogy. First, you get like 1 hour photo, which, as you know, is more of an unnerving role for Robin Williams. He did Insomnia, which I haven't seen, but it's like a thriller Robin Williams also did. And he does this, which is he's like the antagonist of the movies. This very scumbag, sluggish guy, children's
They all came
star
out the same
behind the
year,
scenes.
2002.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
It's the 2002 unofficial Robin Williams dark trilogy.
Well, no, the official trilogy is it goes Mrs. Doubtfire, Death to Smoochy, and then 1 hour
Smoochy.
photo. That's how
Yeah.
that's the evolution.
Because what happened is, because of the success of Mrs. Doubtfire, Mr. Lundy took over a bigger studio in New York now instead of San Francisco, and he turned Robin's character from that into Rainbow Randolph.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is bigger
But now his kids are all grown up and want nothing to do with him again, so he's lost it.
hit.
So now Mr. Lundy fires it.
Jesus.
So yeah.
It would be even better if Edward Norton came back in 1 hour photo.
That would be great.
We would.
So yeah, he tells Jon Stewart they need a new performer that needs to be squeaky fucking clean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they can't risk having another Rainbow Randolph or like, because like it's established later they have like this whole like line of like failed children's entertainers who are all corrupt in some way.
Yeah, like so many, it's ridiculous.
It's
Yeah,
amazing.
one probably smokes crack, one probably sucks dick. It doesn't matter. Just like all very corrupt people.
Yeah, like they all get into drugs or like money horror stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they gotta find a replacement for Rainbow Randolph, the most recent fuck up, I guess, and
Yeah. Given the timeline of this, it seems like these big entertainers don't last too long without a massive scandal from what we learn a little later on when
Yeah.
Robin's talking about it. Like,
Yeah,
it's really funny.
yeah, so they gotta find a new presenter, and I think they go for a whole
But
bunch
this
of
is where
names.
we're introduced to Catherine Keener.
Mm-hmm.
And she's talking to Jon Stewart, and they're trying to find a replacement, and they come across Smoochy the Rhino.
What's his name? Like
Yes.
Melvin
Smoochy? Oh, Sheldon Mops.
I'm not sure where I
Moops.
got Melvin
Yeah.
from, but
And before we get introduced to the Smoochy, how do we all feel about Edward Norton doing comedy? I'm a big fan, to be honest, of Edward Norton in general. Like, he's known for his, like,
I wish he'd do more comedy, to be honest.
yes, he is incredible at it. He has such a great range. Like, he has such great, like, a great voice for comedy. Has such a great line delivery. Even like in the Wes Anderson movies, like he could be funny in those.
in Wes
when he's
Anderson
not,
stuff, he's
not playing.
great.
Yes,
And I was,
like in this one, like he goes all out in this one. Like he just goes full. This is comedy in this one. It's fantastic.
yeah, he's great playing this like legitimately like innocent sort of like well-meaning.
Yeah.
Clueless.
Yeah, he's clueless,
guy.
but he's still well-meaning, and he's basically like what a children's entertainer should be. Like,
How do I reach these kids?
Yes.
That's basically him.
Yeah. It's like when you see Edward Norton in like an American History X and see him like doing a movie like this, it really shows like the sense of humor the guy has. You know, he's known as like serious. You know, I guess you could say difficult actor to work with and whatnot, even though like who really like isn't.
I
So
mean,
like,
there
yeah,
are
it really shows like a
stories
sense
out
of
we
humor.
don't know. We don't know for. We haven't worked with him, so
We'll get him
Yeah,
on the
I
podcast.
don't know. Yes, I just kind of if you listen to his Bunny Crazy James, you know you're not. I love you.
We'll
You're
review
great.
the
Just so you know.
2008 Hulk movie with him.
yeah. Now we're talking. All right. So, Catherine Keener, her task is to go and recruit Smoochy, Sheldon Moops. He's got a dumbass
Yeah, it's
name.
a stupid name, but we see him.
I love the name of the character though, Smoochy Caliber. That's great.
Yeah,
and he's a giant fuchsia rhino.
yeah. Well, we don't have the costume yet because when we first see him playing like a
Oh
drug
yeah, his
recovery,
his original costume is just like a wrestling
like a
headset
hockey
with
thing
like
or something. Like
googly eyes and just a paper mache horn.
it's he's playing in like a I don't know drug recovery place. Can't remember what the name of it's called.
Oh, we'll get you off that smack. Yes, we will. Oh, we'll get you off that smack. Oh, yes, we will.
That's probably a great. That's probably played in a lot of like drug recovery clinics, to be honest.
We'll get you off that smack. We'll get you off the crack. Like, just it's that kind of level of stuff that he's doing.
Yeah, but people
Yeah,
are
I feel
sitting there,
like
they're
I'd
listening,
make a lot of ways
they
going
look like they're
wild.
enjoying it.
Even when she walks in, she's like, "This is dumb," but she's kind of enjoying it.
Yeah, so
I'd pay to go see him easily.
you would be on that TV
Well,
show with Edward Norton.
Be one of the. Be like a tall. He'd be the giraffe.
Oh, come on. No! Why did it do like that? Of course, I didn't see that one coming, but it was bound to happen.
We should have
See it
coming.
coming?
I didn't see it coming. But we
No,
should have.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. What did you?
No, I didn't.
I didn't.
I didn't. I forgot.
Yeah.
This is why I'm the host, baby.
Oh,
You're
man.
very unpredictable.
Alright.
Please, I'm stuck here.
We're playing. He plays mind games with us.
Yeah, I
My
lure you
God,
into a false sense of security, and then I build you up, and then I break you down just as fast.
I don't even know why I do these episodes with y'all. You just have to shit on me the whole time. You know why I'm even here. I'm talking about movies, cinema with y'all. Swear to God.
A few years' time, there's going to be a side
So-
exposed video.
Yeah, you're gonna like
big
you're gonna
cry.
go through every episode so far, like get all the sound clips and be like The Simpsons and like remix it to like make me say what you want me to say.
See? He is a terrible person.
No, Mr. Simpson, stop attacking me! Ah!
And the thumbnails can be like me like sitting down like nearly in tears and a bit.
Yeah, he starts the video off and
You
he just
crying in
like,
a corner.
No, he starts off and you do a big sigh like.
Yes, I think I really did not want to make this video. This is probably the hardest video I've ever had to make, y'all.
Guys, this is not clickbait. This is serious news for the channel. All right, let's move this on. So, Smoochy, he gets his contract. He's the new face of that
This-
time
yeah,
slot.
time slot or television station.
He gets his new costume, and he's giving his input for everything.
Yeah, and then we
Just having fun with it.
get that reveal of him in the big rhino costume, and oh boy, he looks happy to
Yeah.
be there.
He
One of the
does look
notes I-
happy.
One of the notes I took down, I wrote down 2 words. I wrote down costume design. That's like all I wrote down because like, that says enough. It's like costume design is actually really good. It's really like Smoochy does look great, but Rainbow, Randolph, Ralph, whatever his name is, I don't know.
Rainbow Randolph.
Rainbow.
Yes, Rainbow Randolph.
Rainbow Randall. Rainbow Reggie is here tonight.
But his like little get together, his little like outfit. It's really
I love
great.
his jacket. His jacket is cool.
Yes, I love his jacket too.
I
yes.
want his jacket.
Well, do you want me to put
Yeah,
up
if
the
it was on-
Photoshop post
sold
that
it.
you did of yeah,
You can,
it
yeah.
goes.
Yeah,
Death to
There it
Sachi.
is. I put that up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you
Yeah,
want
look, admire that.
I'll send you the edited version, the one I redid.
Alright, cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We get all that, and then Robin, he's meeting with Jon Stewart in his
Oh, yeah,
car, and
it's-
he's asking him for help, and he's like, he gives him this shitty little gift basket. He's like, yeah, you can have this, I guess. He's like, you know what to do with the lotion, jerk off. Just runs away.
Classic Robin.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
great in this. Honestly, he's the best part, even though he's sort of in the background for most of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so where are we up? So yeah,
I know-
Smoochy's on the air now, and it's a big hit.
And take a drink anytime someone says yeah in this episode. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
This would be like a yeah count now. This would be a yeah count, so the
Oh,
redacted
Rake, I'm
count.
not doing that. We say yeah too many times. It's probably already at 200 now already.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm just gonna say 200. It goes up right now. The end. That's the count. There you go.
Okay, that's it. There we go. Every time says
It'll
yeah.
make
Okay.
a ding sound
Yeah.
that everyone seems to like.
Everyone
It's
loves
amazing.
your accounts.
Your edits, yes. That's why we have you, because we have no one else to do this shit
It looks
for
so
us.
good. No one else.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Alright, so where are we up to in the plot?
They're doing like that merchandising meeting and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they do like the first kind of like show, and then Smoochy sings his Magic Jungle song again, and then they're having like, what is it?
Yeah,
The
they're talking about
merchandising meeting,
merchandising, and they're like, "Oh, we want Smoochy lunchboxes, all these sugary, addictive cereals." And
and Sheldon's like, "No, how about we do healthy things?" And they lock him out of the room.
They just like, just go outside for a second, and because he's sort of like,
yeah. Well, no, she throws the frisbee at him. It goes outside. She's like, "Oh, I'll go get that," and she's like, "Lock the door behind him, please."
don't let him back in.
I love America.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's trying to convince her like we need to do things differently this time. That's why all the other
Like presenters failed.
mascots failed and stuff is because they're just doing it for the money, and he's trying to do it for a good cause.
He's like an actually good person.
Yeah, and she's like, "No, you're full of shit." Yada yada. I noticed they had like a advertising for Lion King the musical in the background.
Was that a thing back then in 2000?
Everywhere.
It
is
a thing, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it's been a thing for
really?
a while. Yeah. Yeah, I've actually seen it live, not on Broadway, but it did come to Edmonton in their huge theater, and I saw it. It's actually a spectacle to behold. It's crazy the stuff they can do. Like the I can't wait to be king scene where all the animals and stuff. Seeing that, like where they have all their costumes and like it's not paper, it's not paper mache, but like it's really impressive.
I'd like to go see more plays like that, but I don't really get too often. But it is nice.
Action remake of the play.
We'll go see the SpongeBob play
we'll
together.
We'll go see SpongeBob the musical together at some point.
I really hope they don't play the ending credits song at the very end, because that would upset me. I don't think I could handle that. So. Yes, it's running. Yes, tore me out.
Yeah, if that butterfly shows up, it's game over.
Yes. I wish I put the picture up of the butterfly again for callback's sake. Yes.
Put some haunting atmospheric music there.
So, yes, it's gonna be a very detailed edited episode. Yeah.
Moving on. After talking to Keener and him, or her telling him to go away, he's in this random bar and he's just drinking orange juice.
Yeah. Where we get
Danny DeVito just shows up out of nowhere. He's like, "Hey, you're Smoochy the Rhino."
Yeah, this is.
Yeah.
I guess this is like where, like, the sort of like one of the main like plot points come in, like having Danny DeVito as the agent, and he's like, "Oh."
He convinces him about some stuff, and then he's on the phone with, "Oh my God, it's Robin's brother from Mrs. Doubtfire."
Oh,
it's all coming together.
Yeah, as well. I recognized him. I'm like, wait a minute, there he is.
Gay brother, yeah. Like I recognized when everybody's like, "Oh my God, the gay guy!" Yes, perfect.
Yeah, he's back, and now that his brother is not in anymore, he's trying to get one over on Smoochy. All because when he was doing the makeup and stuff, he became like a charity mob boss.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, the timeline matches up
in some way.
Well, after that, Robin he tries to sabotage the show.
Oh,
the cookies.
Great scene.
Oh, it was just it's so weird because I thought at first Robin was gonna like poison the cookies, but it went a completely opposite
Yeah, no,
direction.
I'm so
Yeah.
happy what they did instead. It was
Why would
way
they?
funnier.
What is he gonna poison the
Yes,
kids on
without a
the
doubt.
show?
I
Yeah,
thought, yeah, it was making a way to take a. That's what I thought that would get Smoochy canceled. That's why I said, oh, okay, this is a really smart idea. Like, poison the kids. It's a great idea. And then
yeah.
it takes a completely opposite direction.
Well, I love when Smoochie's doing his song and dance about the cookies. Robin's in like the vents, and he's like, whatever that means, you fucking peasant."
Yeah, great insults.
It's so funny. It's like- and then they do this
Yeah, he
whole thing with
pulls
the
it
cookie
out.
bag, and it comes down like it's Jesus Christ
Yeah,
returning
'cause,
to
like,
Earth.
even though like
Yes.
this is like sort of like Edward Smoochy is like trying to be like a cleaner, like legit like children's like show, like there's still that element where it's still like over the top enough to where it still comes across as
Yeah.
satirical. Like as you said with the bag coming
He
down.
pull- Yeah, Sod, you'll have to put like that gif.
Oh, the
up.
rocket ship.
Yeah, that's posted. Yes.
He
Yeah.
pulls it out.
Well, because all
He's
the kids
looking
like
at it
gather
for a while.
around him
Robin's
and they're like
laughing.
looking at it, like of him, like what's he gonna pull out of the bag, and they're all like entranced.
Yeah, it's a rocket
Well, no, he
ship.
pulls it out. There's like a four, and everyone's like going, "Oh shit!" And he goes,
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
And then Robin comes down. And he's like, "What do you mean? It's a cock.
That's a
It's totally a
cock.
cock.
That's a cock. It's a cock.
It's
Yeah.
a cock cookie."
Oh, good stuff.
It's so like that's one of my
Yeah.
favorite
"You
parts.
see all the stuff with Robin Williams
It's really
in this
good,
movie
yeah.
is like the highlights of how he's trying to sabotage the Smoochy show, especially with one later on, which is we'll get to."
Oh, the one later on is really good. So, what happens after this is Danny DeVito gives Norton his gun.
Yeah, he's like,
My
"You're gonna
God,
need it
he
in
says
this
one of the
business."
best lines in this movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so Norton, he's talking about it's like you're gonna be a cowboy. It's like when we were kids and my brothers played cowboys and Indians, I was always the Chinese railroad worker.
Yes, I wrote down exactly that line. I think quotations is one
I
of my
was
favorite
like,
lines in this movie.
I was laughing pretty hard at that joke. It was really good.
Yeah, it's really funny because like it sounds like how kind of oblivious like he is, but so very innocent.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he does tread that line between obliviousness
also-
and like being like well-meaning but still smart, and like sort of.
Yeah. Yeah. What? Yeah. Yeah.
This is also where we meet like the
Oh, yeah,
boxer
the-
character.
Like pub mascot, like, "Hey, Smoochy, I like your show."
Yeah.
I
love
could so
your show,
like this
like
guy.
this guy.
Bada bing.
Oh, you didn't like.
At first, like this goofy character, but he's in it. He gets in it way too much. I'm like, okay, it was enough.
didn't
But
like
this
the
guy, it gets some
Irish
real
family.
annoying.
No, he plays a purpose.
Apparently, like, I mean, we get to it eventually, but like, it's super annoying. Like, why he's in it so much? It's like, okay, it's not really funny in the first place. This guy.
Oh,
It's
here we
very
go.
excessive.
Ethan's got a problem.
I mean,
with
I have
the
a problem
film
with the
again.
film.
Yeah,
But we'll
yeah,
get into
it's
it
a
later
good
on.
movie.
But
Yeah, it's a good movie, but it has its problems.
like, we'll get to it. But yeah, I have a few issues, which will, yeah.
Yeah.
We get
Yeah.
like another montage of like Smoochie's success and everything. And then Robin calls him on the phone. He's like, "I'm going on safari, motherfucker."
Yeah, we've got to mention that Robin Williams like sort of like partners up with like he crashes at like one of the like I don't know the guy who plays like one of the
The
one of
Lollipop
them
Guild.
like he crashes at his house. He's like, "You're working with the Rhino."
Yeah, he like starts beating him up, and then the little guy beats him up.
He's like, "I can crash here for now." Like,
Yeah.
yes.
There's that guy too. Other guy crashes with Robin crashes with him. That's the guy from Seinfeld, by the way. I recognized him right away too.
He's also in Jingle All the Way.
Oh, I've once ever seen Jingle All the Way. I just know from Seinfeld because he worked with Kramer acting wise.
He's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
If the movie was made today, it would just be Peter Dinklage.
That is probably
Maybe,
true.
yeah.
That is actually probably more than likely what would happen. Also,
Well, DeVito and him are very. I guess what DeVito and him are together, they're very
could
similar.
you even do this movie today? Like there hasn't
height
really been
wise
like
or
a
what?
big like children's mascot.
Yeah, his name's Blippy.
Looks a blippy.
He's a shitty child
well, I guess
YouTuber.
you got to account for that as well, because like no one is watching cable anymore. It's all like digital and like YouTube. Like
All the kids are watching
Yeah,
the Logan
exactly.
Pauls.
yeah, they're when their like parents just give them the tablet and go, "Oh, watch this, have fun with this kid," and then complain once like,
Yeah.
"What the
Yeah.
fuck is
It's
this?
sad.
You shouldn't be watching this. How could this have gone wrong?"
I let my kid watch this. It's your fault.
You think there's children watching this, listening to this right now?
I hope not.
I hope not. This is not a kids appropriate podcast.
It's like
Not at
when
all.
the Canadian says the funny words.
I like when the Canadian says the word redacted.
I like when it goes ding.
I like when the Australian talks. No, I don't. It's
What is
scary.
this
He's
epic?
foreigner.
Yeah.
Average eBic comment. All right, so up next, Robin comes
Yeah.
up with his master plan to
Once and
get rid
for
of
all.
Smoochy. Yeah. So he lures him
It's
with
like
this
a
gig.
shit-
He calls him. He does one of the voices
Yeah,
for
it is
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Doubtfire.
Like he does the Mrs.
Proof
Doubtfire
that this
bit.
is
It's
also
great.
in the same universe.
This is yeah. This is why this is a sequel. I
Which came
do
first, One Hour
voices.
Photo or this? Like, because they both came out in the same year, but like, which one was like released first? Yeah,
Which one released first? I think
I will-
this
makes it
released
even better.
first.
I'll look it up. Okay, in the U.S., 1 Hour Photo release August 21st. Let me see about Death to Smoochy. Death to Smoochy was February 28th. So yeah, this came first before 1 Hour Photo.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah,
This
so it
Yeah.
is canon.
Scattered everyone
The
with
timeline
promo
matches up.
code. Release this as a Blu-ray box set
Yeah.
Criterion.
And then in 1 Hour Photo, when he talks about not having a family, it's because his family's gone. They left him. And he wasn't abused by his parents. He was abused by the studio heads.
Nice. Well, it all comes together.
Should
Mhm.
release our commentaries as on the Criterion box set if it ever happens.
I'm surprised this film hasn't had like a obscure like cult release.
It doesn't have a Blu-ray release, weirdly enough. At least in America,
Yeah.
it doesn't
It's all
have a
like
Blu-ray
treads
release.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
could only
same here. I
find
have
this
to
on
rent it
digital.
YouTube. It's all like treads that release of like I think people are aware
Yeah,
of it, but no one really like talks about it. Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
talks about it.
Well, it gets overshadowed now, but Jumanji, Dead Post Society, Mrs. Doubtfire, yeah, it gets
Or
overshadowed
even
by
like
those
if we're
Babylonian
just like
movies.
focusing on the
I mean,
2002 like year where he was doing all these like dark comedies and serious roles. Yeah, like
Like more people talk about fucking Bicentennial
yeah,
Man
that
than
is
this.
true.
I guess.
I haven't
sucks.
seen it in like
Oh,
eons.
hot takes. I haven't seen it at all.
It's one of those ones we
Yeah.
watched in school. Probably should have brought that in
That's right.
fucking episode 3, but whatever. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I just rented this on YouTube because otherwise, yeah, I mean, it just doesn't have like a Blu-ray copy.
So what Robin does is he picks Sheldon up in the limo. And
Yeah, it's like
he's got like a mustache on and everything. He's
you think
playing
he
a
had to go
character.
to
He's
the,
doing an accent.
like, mob boss for the charity and said, "Can I do this? We worked in the past before."
I don't know. I feel like he just
Like, I don't
did
know.
it.
If we're doing the Mrs. Doubtfire connection, then we can try and do it. But I don't know.
Maybe he got it from his brother.
Yeah, they're driving along and they're like talking.
It's great because like Robin's like, yeah, that
Yeah, he's
Rainbow
like,
Randolph, what a piece
You
of
hate
shit.
him,
He's a
don't
piece of
you?
shit.
He's a best. And he's like, and like he was like,
Yeah, he's
Sheldon is like, so like, I know, good nature. He's like, oh, I just feel sorry for him.
Yeah, he's like, I don't hate him. I thought he was a good
Yeah.
entertainer. He's just misguided. And it just
He's
pisses Robin off
fucking
even more.
rhino. But yeah, he drives him to this, like, I don't know,
It's
it's like this
great.
construction site looking place almost. It's really weird.
Yeah. And he brings him in. He's like, just get up on stage. And then he leaves. And like Smoochy goes up there, he starts
Yeah, he
singing
can't
his song,
see
and the lights are
anything.
really bright. He can't see anything.
And then you get this reveal.
And then he's like, Can we just get the house lights on? And then we see he's at a Nazi rally.
Yeah, and they're eating it up. They love it. Hail
And before
Smoochy!
that, everyone
Hail
known as
Hail
Smoochy!
Smoochy!
yes, Robin. You know what my motto is? And Robin says something inane. I'm sure just things like that. Robin's choice of words is probably makes him such
Yeah.
a perfect comedian. Like I didn't even know what inane meant. Like once he said that, I looked it up and think, oh my god, that's perfect. It's
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, that's
It's
something
great.
inane. I'm sure. Yeah, it's such wise choice of words. Like it's only Robin, man. It's so good.
I love how he's like super passive aggressive to Smoochy, just like how he was to basically everybody in Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yes, basically.
This is just like one step beyond.
Yeah, must be Pierce Brosnan. Everyone knows Pierce Brosnan in this movie, basically.
Mm-hmm. I love after like they do the whole newspaper thing. It's like Smoochy caught at performing at Nazi
Yeah, his
rally and
career
all this stuff
basically
like that.
goes just
And
down
then like
just as fast.
we get like Mr. Lundy again. He's like, the rhino's terminated,
It's
and we're
another
gonna
line.
replace it with. No, I don't think he says that, but he's like, the rhino's gone.
It's another line I really love and wrote down is anti-smoochieism, which is like
Yeah,
one of
it's
my favorite
great.
lines in this movie. Yeah, anti-smoochieism.
Robin's like doing his dance in the park, and he goes up to this like baby in a stroller. He's like, the rhino's a Nazi.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
so deranged.
Fucking good. Yeah. So now Norton, he's out of a job. He's down on his luck, and he goes to like the homeless crack center or whatever that he was
And he
performing at in the
realizes
beginning of the
being
movie,
shut down. And he's
Mhm.
like,
and
oh
it's shut
no.
down. It's great because this homeless man comes up to him. He's like, "If I just had a little bit of clout, I would use it to do something," which is really relevant today
Yeah.
with all these clout
So I
chasers
guess
out there, just doing it to get famous.
Something even more relevant that comes on later that I wrote down. And yeah, something very relevant now. It's pretty funny in my eyes. We'll get to it though.
Well, what
does
happens
he go
is
to? Oh yeah, he
the
goes to the
Irish mob that he's.
Does he?
Well, they come to him because that guy with like
Oh, we forgot to mention
brain
that he's like put
disabilities
on
who
the show
loves
because like the
Smoochy.
Irish mob come up to him and is like, oh,
Yeah, well, they strong arm
yeah,
him
and they
once he
like
gets creative
put him in the
control.
background as like what is it? It's like some safari man. Yeah, he just like has
He's
to
in a
sing
safari
triangle.
outfit. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got a
something
little.
like
He's got a
that.
cowbell. He's got a cowbell. Yeah. So he's in the show, and he's crying that Smoochie's gone. He can't perform in the show anymore. So the mob goes and beats the shit out of Robin
Yeah,
Williams.
and
You're gonna tell the fucking truth right now, you dirty fucking rat
yeah, so
bastard.
well, doesn't he reveal it to the what's her face woman?
Yeah, essentially, like he goes to her
Like,
place
yeah,
and
you get
says
my
that he's like,
time
"Well, you can
slot
put me
back,"
back
and he
in now,"
slips
and
it.
he
Yeah,
lets it
and
slip. Yeah. Then she goes to the mob, and then the mob goes and beats him up.
yeah,
And then, like,
yeah,
right after that, it's Rainbow Randolph frames Smoochy.
yeah, it's like, hey, he's
Smoochy, not a
back, 'cause just as
Nazi.
quick as he left. Like that's sort of like, because I guess that's sort of supposed to be like in like script terms, like the
Yeah,
second act down point. It's like so quick. It's sort of like, oh, we got to get that out of the
Yeah, I
way.
guess.
Oh, yeah,
Probably how it would
probably.
happen in real life, though.
Y'all forgot the funniest part in this movie. At least for me, like the funniest part was in that guy from Seinfeld is at Robin's place. And Robin gets very worked up, and he's like, "Smoochy, it's the face of evil." And then it cuts to Smoochy. Look, I'm just like Bill, so like goofy and shit. Like that's the funniest part for me. Like that cop was like, "Smoochy, it's the face of evil." This one gets him looking goofy. That's
Honestly, like how
cracking me
Robin
up.
Williams plays like the obsession angle. He like It starts with Smoochy is just like it's
Mhm.
perfect.
Yeah.
Like he starts to like
Robin has
use
one
Smoochy as
line,
like this demonic
like,
figure towards the end, just like, or not towards the end, but like,
yeah, has this like religious reason to
yeah,
keep fighting onward
of
against the
Smoochy.
injustice. But there's a great line when Robin's getting
Oh yeah,
arrested
in the
after it's revealed that he
courthouse.
framed him. He's like, yeah, and they're trying to talk to him. He's like, she's been down on everything except the Titanic. It's like, damn, Robin. Then he gets hit with an egg right after that. He's like, I've been shot. I'm bleeding. Salmonella. So good.
Yeah,
He just goes all out in that.
yeah, he's
And
back
then
on the
Smoochy, he's
air.
like
Got his time
reinstated,
slot back.
and he goes full fucking. He goes full wrestling gimmick. He comes draped out in an American
I
flag.
guess like sort of how he becomes like an icon.
He's like, I am a real American. Yeah. He becomes Hulk Hogan of the mascot world.
Whenever I kill myself for episode 100, that's exactly my plan. I'm all about America, burn myself. That's the goal right there.
Yeah, you better
That's the
come
ideal
draped
mode.
out in like American flags.
Oh yes, that's the dream
He's got
right
the
there. But
red, white, and blue, and he doesn't even know what to do.
hell yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah. Yeah, ding.
Meh. I'm sad.
Yeah.
I've noticed you've been doing that a lot lately. When you try to transition, you say, "Meh." Anyways. Meh. Like me and Ethan are like, Masad's like,
That's a wise guy. I can see Stooges or something. What the hell, man?
Eating my Vegemite, I see,
Hey, Kangaroo, you want some hot? You want some money, huh? Bud?
you cheeky kangaroo fucker. Speaking of kangaroos, Edward Norton does mention
forgot to
Captain
mention the sort of like
Kangaroo.
love, like I don't know, subplot,
nice.
which is sort of like one of the things I have a problem with. So for me, anyway,
Yeah.
this movie's at its best when it's
Yeah,
being
I
like,
agree with that.
because when it's being like so cynical and so mean spirited, having something like that in there is sort of like throws. It sort of distracts from the tone a bit. I think anyway.
What how it
They
happens?
explain why she's attracted to him, though.
How it happens is just so eye rolling. He takes her shirt off. He looks at me. She gets all horny and shit. She's like, "Oh,
she,
I
has a
need."
thing for, like,
And that's it. I was like, how it happens
later on.
Oh, what was the
Something
term
like
they
that,
used?
yeah,
She's a
but-
suit chaser or something?
Then she like goes, "Oh, you're for
something
real this
groupie.
time." It's like, because I
Yeah.
want her to sort of like stay as like the I don't know hard ass like executive character. Like that's sort of like the
Yeah, she changes the 0 to
He plays the typical bitch.
it's like the I guess
That's
so.
what
But
she was
yeah, the
cast
interaction
as.
she has with like Edward Norton early on, I think, are funny. But then when they had to transition to like, "Oh, you're real, you're actually legit, I love you now," it's like, oh.
Mm-hmm. And then they bang.
And it turns into like, oh, this is what this movie's gonna be
there's
now
still
in a
that
way,
cynical
but
edge
yeah.
to it, which is
And
good.
then she says her iconic line that Ethan was getting to.
Oh yes, one line. I feel like it's more relevant now than was in 2002, thanks to meme culture now, where she says, "I just thought you were a simp or something. I didn't know you were like this. I thought you were a simp." As soon as she said that, I paused the movie. It's like, yeah, we write that down. That's a quotation mark. I just thought you were a simp or something. So Dana Vito's keeping it up with this movie.
Yeah. What happens is like Robin's back at the little guy's house and he gets pissed off when he sees Smoochy back on TV. He smashes the TV. He's like, "You bastard son of Barney!"
It's like what Travis Bickle does in Taxi Driver. He's like has a gun, points the TV, and like kicks it over. It's like what Travis Bickle does. Think about it.
Yeah. Well, Robin, he goes to set himself on fire in the middle of Times Square.
And Smoochy is at the top of his
he kicks him out.
popularity now, and like they're doing talks of doing like an ice show that Danny DeVito wanted to do. He's like, "Oh, you got to have an ice show. You got to have an ice show."
Yeah, Smoochy on ice. Yeah.
And this movie did cancel culture before cancel culture was even a thing, because like everyone cancels Smoochy for like being a Nazi quote, and everyone's like berating him, and everyone like forgives
Love
him.
you, Smoochy.
You know,
We
once
forgive
Welcome
the
you.
back.
yeah, yeah,
We forgive you even though you did nothing wrong.
Yeah, but then Edward
Fuck.
Norton's like,
I love the whole like on ice aspect, because like that was a huge thing back in the day. Like your show has truly
Yeah.
made it if it went on
I mean,
ice.
we only really had Disney on ice
yeah.
over here.
Like I'm I think there was like SpongeBob on ice.
I was not aware of that.
Probably a couple other things on ice. Probably Ninja Turtles on
I
ice.
would see it. I
Oh,
would
on
see
ice thing.
Ninja
That
Turtles
must
on
have been past
ice.
season 3.
Hmm.
Sounds amazing.
Hmm.
So yeah, like Danny DeVito, like early on, was convincing Edward Norton, "Oh, you gotta do an ice show. Everyone does it for the charity." And Edward Norton's like, "Yeah, okay, I want to do it now," but he has all these like I don't know,
Yeah, he wants organic
snacks and like
snacks, and he's gonna cut the vendors out.
yeah, and it's just like, oh, that defeats the whole purpose of why we want to do this.
Yeah, he doesn't want to give it to that specific charity. He wants to give it to like the homeless.
Yeah, so he can no, it's like
Crack center and stuff.
reinstall the crack center. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. So Robin, he's in Times Square. He's gonna set
this
himself
is a
on
great
fire.
scene. By the way. This is
He lights
really
the
good.
match. This little girl comes up to him and is like, "What are you doing, Rainbow?" And blows out the match. And then Smoochy gets out of a car
No, it's
across
great
the
because it's
street,
like
and everyone.
that stuff. And he's like looking at her. He's like, oh, he's like, people still do care slightly about me. But then
Yeah,
Smoochie gets
and
out
then
of the
it's like,
car. And she's
"It's
like, holy shit, it's
Smoochy!"
Smoochie! It's
And everyone runs over to
Smoochie!
him and leaves Robin
Yeah.
like just drenched in gasoline. And he looks up. He's like, "What does it all mean?"
Yeah.
Probably one of the funniest Smoochy songs is Up Next.
Oh, when they.
Did you guys write this one
No, I
down?
didn't.
No, he's like, "My stepdad's not mean, he's just adjusting."
Oh yeah, that was. Oh yeah, I remember that now. Yeah,
My stepdad's not mean, he's just adjusting.
it's kind of a nice message in a way.
Yeah,
If like,
but if he gets violent towards you or mommy, you call what number? 911.
yeah.
I love how they threw that in.
Yeah, right. Was this
And
when
then compare
they.
stepdads to dogs, new pets.
But is this when they introduce Smoochie's cousin?
Well, yeah, because the mob lady comes up to him and she's like, "I'm sick and tired of this fucking cowbell. Give him something else to do." So he makes him his cousin Moochie.
Which leads into one of my favorite lines later on, but yeah, he has Moochie on and he's just sort of there. He's like, "Oh, my cousin Moochie's coming. Here he is." He has no idea what to do.
From like the African rhino preserve or
Yeah.
something like that. He comes in, he's like,
Like, yeah, very good.
"Hey, Shelby, my balls itch in this suit."
Yeah, so yeah, that's
I liked it.
yeah, but then it sort of I guess this is where it cuts back to the beginning. I'm not sure if we jumped around a bit, but yeah. Danny DeVito.
Well, after that, this is where like
they have to Danny DeVito.
Edward can't save him because he's getting fucked.
Yeah, because he's in the simp or something.
Yeah, and then the charity guys
Danny DeVito
go
by
out to
extension.
whack
And also,
Smoochy, but they grab the wrong rhino.
I forgot to mention the other guy's also in on it, because he's barely in it, even though we mentioned him earlier when he's talking to Rainbow Randolph in the car.
Oh, Jon Stewart's
Yeah.
character? He doesn't really
Yeah,
do
he
much.
kind of. This is just a theme of Robin Williams movies. Like characters come and disappear for a bit and then come back later once they.
He shows back up when he's like
trying to
needed,
yeah.
I guess.
But yeah, so the charity order a hit on Smoochy, but they get the wrong rhino, which leads to one of my favorite.
They kill Moochie.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we were supposed to know we had a cousin called Moochie.
Yeah, it's like Smoochy is fuchsia and Smoochy is burgundy. I love him just yelling at them about the color of the fucking rhinos. So they're at like Moochie's funeral.
And how do you feel about this, Ethan, since you said you hated this character earlier on?
Oh yeah, I was kind of glad because by this point in the movie he wasn't needed anymore. So I'm glad he's got him out.
They murdered
Finally,
him
just yeah,
violently.
I was glad. Yeah, really.
Let's
But no,
go.
nothing
Let's
said
go. Let's go pray and get shit faced.
it. Yeah, but he wasn't really neat. Yeah, it was a nice
He was.
turn to like in the beginning because like you think, oh yeah, that's Smoochy dying in the beginning, but no, it's this other guy in like rhino outfit.
I don't know. I still think I don't know who's that actor playing the guy.
Who cares? I don't know.
Oh
The guy playing Moochie?
yeah,
Hmm.
I thought it was
Why? He look
funny.
familiar to you?
No, but I thought it was funny. I thought it was entertaining. I thought it was good.
Hmm.
Even though it's not amazing, it's good.
His
He's
name
just
is
there and he's gone.
Michael Rispoli. Michael
Hmm.
Rispoli.
Okay. Yeah, I see him. He was in Kick Ass, but I don't remember like, what he had to do with
He
that.
was in Pain and Gain.
Oh boy, I
By
because that's my favorite movie of
Nickel
all time.
Bear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do Transformers month eventually.
No.
I don't want any part of that. I will no. Y'all both can do that. I don't want no part of that. Yeah,
Absolutely not.
yeah.
It'll be a Sod solo series.
Yes,
By
like
myself.
it was a Transformers retrospective with Epic. No, Epic
Yeah.
could be our guest. He could probably be our guest on the show for that.
Hey, what do you think
I
about
would
this?
enjoy.
Mm.
Your voice scares me.
Oh, I thought this was a good idea, but you have a scary Australian accent. Bye. Still can't believe he did that to you.
He did you dirty, man. Holy shit.
Amazing epic moment.
You
All right.
spoke once. He got spooked and like laughed. Just straight.
Hey, Vic,
So,
how are you? So what happens next is the Irish mob goes out and kills Mrs. Doubtfire's brother.
Mm-hmm.
charity worker to get
Chop
revenge.
his head
How
off.
did they get the tip again? They got the tip from somewhere.
Some guy working for a guy who also worked with another guy.
But anyway, so
Eh.
yeah, Danny DeVito like hires like another children's entertainer.
Yeah, Buggy Bumper,
He's like, could
whatever.
I get... Yeah, as you were saying earlier, there's like a whole line
Buggy
of
Bumper
like
Car, I think his name was.
yeah, there's like a whole line of like corrupt failed children's entertainer who all like either
Yeah,
got
it's
bored out or like drug addiction because this guy like has a clear drug addiction.
yeah.
He's just like, oh,
He's on the smack.
can I get my time slot back? And who was that actor? I thought it was Peter
I
Stormare
want
for
my
some
time
reason.
slot. Yeah, he's been in a few things here and there. I did recognize him. I don't know his name.
Let me
What,
see
the
who it
gay
is.
guy from Miss Doubtfire?
No, the other guy.
No,
The
Buggy.
Oh, I don't
guy
know.
they hired to
Buggy
kill. Danny
Bumper.
DeVito hires to kill Smoochy.
His name was Buggy Ding Dong, apparently.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, he's been in it a lot. He's like the sleepy-eyed
Vincent.
guy. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
okay,
Ghost,
way
One Flew
back.
Over the Cuckoo's Nest,
Yeah, since the
Batman
70s.
Returns. He was in Man on the Moon.
Yeah, Amadeus, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, the original Great Gatsby. Yeah, this dude's been in shit.
Yeah.
He's been in it for a while.
At first I thought he was like the villain from Last Action Hero, like the Ripper, because I wasn't paying attention.
No, too drunk probably to really realize.
Shut up.
No, I would not shut up.
So after all that, Robin just says fuck it. He puts his Rainbow Ralph jacket on and he just goes to the penthouse and holds
Oh, I forgot
Smoochie
to
and
mention the scene where
Catherine Keener at
we got to mention the
gunpoint.
scene, this good scene where he's like talking to like the dwarf again, who I guess sort of forgave him off screen. Off screen, he's just like, "Oh, you're gonna get better now." He's just like, "Yeah, you know what?" He's like,
Time for
he's like
healing.
over it. He's like, "I saw a little angel."
And then he looks at the magazine that he gives him, and it's Smoochie crying with his ex-girlfriend. He's like,
Oh, yeah,
ah!
then he
He
gets
starts
he's
ripping
like
up the
right back
magazine.
to it. So
Smoochie.
yeah, that leads into the apartment scene.
So good.
Yeah, and this is sort of like
This whole apartment scene is like just all over the
Yeah,
place.
and it's a bit whatever at first because he's just like, I hate you, I want to kill you, and then
I love what he's talking about, like how Norton redecorated the place, and there's a picture of a rhino. He's like, I used to have pictures of women, tasteful pictures, like with naked, but she's holding a bush in front of her bush, and you got a picture of your dad, and it's just a picture of an African rhino.
yeah, but yeah, this seems sort of like, oh yeah, your girlfriend, yeah, she did it with everyone, every
And then we
children's
find out that
entertainer,
she just likes to bang television mascots.
whatever reason. I guess she needed something
I
to
don't know.
do afterwards.
That's a little niche. Whatever.
She's got a
Everyone has their own little
mascot
thing.
fetish.
Yeah, she has her own little niche. That's fine.
She's a
Whatever.
furry, I guess. I don't know.
Don't no, dude. I wouldn't go there. But
Maybe.
Well, she doesn't wear the suits, but she likes to get fucked by the people in the suits. So, like,
doesn't
I
mean she's
don't.
a furry though. What logic is that?
Well, I guess like it all depends on the character, because like if it's Rainbow Randolph, then no, but the Smoochy guy,
Yeah, he's just a regular guy.
So it's like
We don't know that he didn't put on a giant like rainbow
a
costume.
rainbow furry fursuit.
That would not make her furry at all. She likes magical men. Who knows?
Magical. I don't know why it made me laugh. Magical men.
It's only.
Magical men coming soon.
The spin-off movie of Catherine Keener getting horny for Rhino Man. I would do it again. I'll age up.
Magical men coming soon. We'll write the screenplay or something.
20 years later.
And that's the future. That's a poster Simon's gonna make after this episode. Yeah, the fans that listen to this episode.
All 13 of them.
Yeah, this is like 4 of them are like ourselves because I have like 2 YouTube accounts. Like I subscribe to like both my channels. Like it took me 2 of me.
One day once we get to 15 subscribers, we'll have a subscriber special. That'll be a real occasion.
I think the only way to know that like we've truly made it if like we get a cum tribute.
What?
What?
You guys don't know what that is?
Tribute?
No.
It's where like somebody jerks off onto a photo of you.
Oh my god!
That's how you know you've truly made it.
Oh, I was about to say they don't know what we look like.
Yes.
We should have faces in episode 7, so.
Yes, that's true. We need fans from Japan. We need fans from like Iceland. I can't wait.
Yeah. So that's how you know you've made it. You've gotten a cum tribute.
Oh yes, like a cracker situation too as well. Oh my god, I put up a picture.
What? Crackers.
Yo, okay, you know about cum cracker either?
What is? Why are we?
Oh my god! Well, Jesus Christ! No mind! Jesus Christ! You don't know.
What sick games are you playing in America?
No.
I just heard words cum
Yeah,
it's called cookie, idiot.
No, it must a cracker. It must be like an American thing, I guess.
No, it's called cookie.
Well, no. In this case, it's a cracker, not a cookie.
Why would you use a cracker?
Because that's the point of the game. Is to make a cracker. It doesn't matter. Cookie, apple, it doesn't matter. So you're cracking what you use. Basically, it's
Thursday's apple.
Oh my god!
Yes. In this case, me Tuesday's cum apple.
Banana,
yes.
Whatever your one. Do you know what?
Tuesday's banana in your Thursday's apple.
Okay, whatever. I don't even know what just happened then, but anyway, moving on.
Friday's fruit salad.
What?
Friday's fruit salad.
Yeah, I have something planned in mind. It's a short film coming soon. Might as well promote it. It's gonna be called 2:22 a.m. bread. It's gonna be black and white. It's gonna be like a piece of bread where like each bits of bread are gonna be gone like before you know it. So it's gonna be like bits and pieces of bread gonna be gone like throughout the short film, and you just have to see it. It's gonna be pretty cool. So if you're a fan of Thursday's Apple, then you're gonna enjoy this short film.
Do you have mice or something? Is that why the bread is disappearing?
No, I'm gonna make it disappear. No, I'm the one gonna be doing the behind the scenes work.
Oh, if it's you and you've gone in one bite, what the fuck is this?
Shut up! No! Shut up! It would not happen. I take little bits off. That's the
Is it like some
idea.
stop motion? You're going to like take a bit off each frame. Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. Yes, yeah, like Peter Gabriel's Sledgehammer
Oh, like this.
inspired. Yes, you get
Oh,
it.
I wouldn't compare yourself to Peter Gabriel's Sledgehammer, but
well, like
I
it's
am
just
what I
like
am
Lost
now.
Road.
Just
That
now,
was Aardman as well, so it's just like Aardman animation.
that song is about his penis.
well, I am like Peter Gabriel in
Everyone
Genesis,
knew
and y'all just want to
Sledgehammer
be like
was
Phil
about
Collins
Peter Gabriel's
Genesis.
penis. That's the whole point. I mean,
I wanna
the movie
be
opens on sperm.
Sledgehammer. Peter Gabriel come tribute
Have you?
when?
That's probably happened. I at least like after he left Genesis, he for sure got a come tribute. Not as much as Phil Collins did though, but at least like a bit.
We were talking about Death to Smoochy a while ago.
I guess we will. I don't know. It's
Maybe
maybe yeah.
death to come
I mean,
tributes.
yeah, we're almost like towards like the end. So like yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty much at the end. So basically, what
Yeah.
happens is they
And
talk
how'd they
Robin
make up
down.
again? Because like Rainbow Randolph calms down eventually,
Just
and
kind of hugs him
yeah, but I forgot why.
and tells him to fuck off.
Oh,
Stop being a dick.
get together, man.
Yeah, basically.
He's like, oh, okay. And then he just hangs around the penthouse for a bit.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
he
then
goes to do the on ice show. He knows that he's gonna be like
targeted.
somebody's gonna be coming for him. So he has the gun on him.
Yeah, but yeah, should we just get into the on ice show for a bit?
Well, yeah,
Like
because that's what
how
happened next. So yeah,
ridiculous it
I would
is.
presume so.
It's like recounting
Alright,
like
go
his
ahead.
rise and fall, basically the whole movie up until that point.
Yeah, he comes out and he's like basically to do a tribute to Moochie and stuff. He like rewrites the Odd Ice show and it's just really cheesy and depressing. Just like some art house shit on ice.
It's very poetic. Yeah, it's honestly not that bad for like a children's thing.
They showed
You
a
know, it's
Nazi.
actually not
They
really not
showed a
that bad.
swastika though, and it's
They did,
like
referencing his his false
Downfall.
accusement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the Nazis like chasing, going after him. I was like, oh wow, it's like some
Yeah, and
like Big
he's
Lebowski shit. It's really good.
and then he's like ice skating through Chinatown and then he finds a dead Moochie.
Yeah,
It's actually done really
it's,
well.
it's actually shot pretty well. It's actually really not that bad. Yeah,
art.
Yeah.
it really is.
Most of the
Yeah,
budget
but
went was to the fucking ice
Rainbow
show.
Randolph like picks up
Yeah.
that they're gonna shoot Smoochy, so he heads down there.
I have to save the goddamn rhino.
Yeah, but on the way he does stop to take a photo with some fans because I guess he still has not really.
Well, yeah, because he runs. He doesn't try to go through a back entrance or anything. He just goes through the front entrance without a ticket.
Yeah, but he gets in fine.
Mm-hmm.
So
And then he gets stopped by like former fans.
Honestly, I'm not sure how I feel about this bit of the movie because, like, the best parts of it for me are like Robin Williams trying to take down Smoochy and like his borderline obsession. That's where like some of the best jokes come from. But I'm not sure how I'm a bit mixed on how like it leads to this, and he's like, I gotta save the
Yeah,
rhino.
but he's been saved. He's changed. Now he must save the rhino to be free of the rhino.
Yeah, I can get that. Yeah, it's kind of weird, bizarre. Just it just changes all of a sudden. And this is what's
Well,
good
he
about this
he
stuff.
changes because
Yeah.
he realizes that there's no point of fighting against him because he's not going to win. Nobody's on his side, so he might as well just accept what it
I mean,
is and help him out.
I guess it's the way it happens. Is just so suddenly, just like next second, I'm gonna be a good guy now. I'll
Basically,
be
it's in
the
that
hero of
one
the
thing.
day.
It's basically in that one like penthouse scene.
Yeah, when he gets the call
Yeah.
from the tied up midget because Buggy has taken the little guy's pass.
Yeah, so yeah, this Buggy's I don't know setting up his sniper rifle. Did he get it from Danny DeVito?
I think he just shows up with it.
Oh, he just
Yeah.
owns it.
Well, he
just owns
starts
the
setting it
sign.
up and then he falls asleep because he's a drug
Oh, yeah.
addict.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is while the on Ice show is still going, and then at the end, it's got Moochie going up to
Yeah,
heaven.
Moochie's going up to heaven. Smoochie's looking
They're
at
all
him.
waving.
They're all like, "Oh!" And then Robin goes and like bumps into Buggy, like putting the shot off kilter, and it goes through like Smoochie's foam head, and then it goes slow motion. It's like, oh,
Yeah. It's a tragedy of the century.
Yeah, after Rainbow Randolph has a bit of a scuffle with Buggy, Buggy falls to his
yeah.
death.
We get like a weird CGI thing, and then like he splats.
Oh yeah, it looks
And
really
then we
off.
get an under the ice shot, which was cool.
Yeah.
I was surprised there was no blood. He'd probably be bleeding.
I bet, yeah. Spaghetti on the ground.
Yeah, the movie's already rated R. Might as well throw some blood in there.
Yeah.
Yes, so Edward
And
Norton
then Danny DeVito starts running
flee
away, and
along with the
Smoochy
other
grabs his
guy.
gun and runs after him.
Who was the other guy again? I forgot again.
Jon Stewart.
Jon Stewart, yeah. So the chases.
It's not the first time Jon Stewart has turned heel. He did it at a wrestling show.
Oh, that's
none of us
why
gonna
we
get
didn't
that.
get the
Yeah.
reference.
Yes, none of us are gonna get that. Yeah. But for the people listening, some of them might. This is why you say things like that.
Kudami will get it.
I kind of like my White Wedding Billy Idol reference I made during the Birdcage episode. None of y'all got that, but I thought it was a great reference to a
I
classic
still
song.
don't get it.
It's a song called White Wedding by Billy Idol. It's like, they didn't even play the song White Wedding during that scene. It's like, oh, that's kind of bullshit. And y'all was like, dude.
What's with you when like
clueless?
every movie has to have like on the nose music cues? Like,
What? No, I was like, it would have been like kind of small and fun. I'm not saying it had to happen. It's like, it would have been kind of funny if they played White Wedding.
oh, it should have happened. It didn't happen. I'm disappointed now that it didn't happen.
No, I love music and movies. Okay, it means a lot to me. It's like, oh, this is White Wedding. I remember the Billy Idol song White Wedding. I've had nothing about that music-wise for this movie. But I know you didn't mention that for this movie.
I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm gonna start making references to obscure horror games in the future, so I can join this.
Oh my
yes. The real ones will get that.
But anyway, so Edward Norton corners Danny DeVito like a back alley, still in the Smoochy costume. Then I guess the Irish family comes up and it's just like, "Oh no, don't do this." Sorry, wrong voice. That was very.
You are not going to do this.
It's either tell me what you would tell me why Zoe. Yeah, what the hell was that?
I don't know. Tell me why Zoe is my default accent.
Don't do it, Smoochy.
Smoochy, what are you doing? Don't do it.
Hoity toity, Smoochy, don't be doing all that shite over there, you dirty fucking rhino bastard.
Smoochy, the world
Don't
would
worry.
be a better place if everyone loved each other.
Don't worry, we will take care of the Danny DeVito.
Let's go eat, huh?
And
They take
Robin actually has a great line when he's like getting picked up again. The cop is like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "I'm pretty fucked up in general, so it's pretty hard to gauge."
yeah, I guess that's sort of the end of the movie.
Well, Edward Norton and Catherine Keenan, they go out and like they do the cliche kiss. Yeah,
honestly, like that.
Yeah, it's whatever. Yeah,
that aspect sort of feels.
Yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, they kiss. Okay, they're together.
Yeah, but then the real romance of the movie kicks off at the end, and we get the Rainbow Smoochy show on ice.
Edward Norton plus
and
Robin
then like
Williams.
Yeah, Higher from Ghostbusters 2 starts playing. Your love
and also the
is
credits are in
lifting
Comic
me higher
Sans.
than I've ever been lifted before. Where your love with my desire. Taking me higher, higher. I love that song.
I was about to say, wow, y'all duet always. This is like the second time y'all duetted. Simon and Garfunkel. Holy shit. Change your name to Garfunkel, son, please.
That's my favorite part of Ghostbusters 2 is when Higher starts playing and they're in the Statue of Liberty.
I don't even remember. Like, the only thing I remember about Ghostbusters 2 is the pink slime. It's like all I remember.
I am
I remember
Vigo.
Vigo the Carpathian.
Yeah. He is Vigo. I am
We gotta do
Vigo.
more. We just gotta do a movie with that one actor. It doesn't have to be Ghostbusters 2. It can be any movie. It just.
What else was he
No,
in?
he was in the Mouth of Madness and some other stuff.
I am Vigo the Carpathian.
Yeah, but we'll just cover any movie that he's in. Yeah, so we could go.
Love keep lifting me.
So,
Yeah, they start doing the
Dance
whole.
sequence.
They start doing the dance sequence and stuff, and it's like really contrived and like all over the place.
yeah, it's like I don't know. It's a fun scene, but it's just like, oh, this is here, and also Catherine, I can't speak.
Yeah, she shows up and they're like, "Yay!" And then she starts doing the ice dancing with them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Die Hard.
What? Who was in Die Hard?
Vigo.
Oh yeah, he was too.
Yeah, he was one of the guys that Bruce Willis
Yeah.
kills.
How about
Vigo.
that?
He's only been in like 3 big
Die Hard,
films.
Ghostbusters 2.
Mouth of
That's it.
Madness. And something called The Package with Gene Hackman and Tommy Lee Jones.
So yeah,
Never
we'll
heard of
cover
it.
any one of those, so we can talk about.
Probably The
Yeah, sure,
Package.
we've never even heard of that or seen it, but yeah, we'll do the package. So yeah,
But yeah, that's basically
after
Death to
Smoochy,
Smoochy.
Yeah.
final thoughts.
It's a solid movie. Yeah. Overall, like I enjoyed myself. I mean, like, yeah. It's good that he has.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. That's all you can really say about it. Especially like considering like
Yeah, it's
looking at like the
solid.
reviews at the time and like the Metascore and just how like negative it is. It's honestly surprising like how good it is despite that poor reception. So I guess it like
Seems to be a trend.
I guess like maybe if like the mean-spirited tone and just how like overly cynical it can be at times, I guess if that's off-putting then sure, but for me anyway, that's like when the movie's at its best, funniest.
Those people are lame. That's not a problem at all with this movie.
I know.
The part makes it the nature. Yeah, it's a cynical nature, but behind the scenes, it's a children's television show. But I think you have Robin Williams going at that too. So like, how can you
Do
hate on
we
that?
want to read negative reviews, I guess, just quickly so we can get like a
No.
No.
Why would
let's-
we?
No, it's a positive episode.
no,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Why do you keep trying to, Son? Why do you keep trying to bring us down under?
I hate you.
Boom, boom.
Cricket.
Okay, top negative
And-
review is
And cut.
shocked to see that people actually like this movie. Just awful. That's our top negative review here. That's it.
Hey,
There we go.
You can maybe pull up. You can maybe pull up like letterbox reviews. Hold on, we can find some
See, that'd
assholes
be
real
fun.
quick.
Let's bring up some letterbox reviews.
This film is transphobic, homophobic, smoochie-phobic.
This guy rated a 2 out of 5. He said, viewed in 2002, goofy comedy has a few
Goofy
laughs. What? Hold on, we
You
just
said
showed
goofy
it to you.
cock.
Comedy.
No, it's a goofy comedy. I said comedy.
We'll play back
Yes.
the audio.
You have to think my cocks. Yeah,
I'll get the clip when it comes out.
Yeah, it's right here. Viewed in 2002, goofy comedy has a few laughs.
I like how it has no likes. It should stay that way.
I could make a comment, generous comment.
Okay.
Yeah. So, hey, you're gonna be featured on a podcast episode. Hope you like it.
just leave a comment saying I disagree, and then the running emote.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Oh no, I'm gonna do the family. I can post a YouTube link to the Family Guy.
Oh,
I
that's
disagree.
true.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that real quick. How do you find that link? Yeah.
I disagree. It's like the only time you'll ever hear us giving props to that show.
The Family
Some of the
Guy.
early
Yeah.
episodes,
that's it.
I imagine it would be.
So, I'm gonna give my rating 4 out of 5 for me. I really enjoy this. I haven't seen it in a long time, but going back and watching it, I had a good time.
It's my
Being
first
wasted
time.
helped.
Yeah, I was about to say. Mike felt afterwards. It's my first time watching it, and yeah, I thought this was a nice little movie. It's pretty. Uh, well, I'm
Three
not
point
sure
I
five
what I was
mean,
out
gonna
of
that's
say.
five.
my
Yeah,
rating
but say three
as
point five
well.
out of five. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was gonna
yeah.
say 3.5 out of five. Yeah,
Yeah.
we both agree, son.
I give it a
I gave
heart.
it a heart too.
I don't
I
give
love
anything
giving
a
stuff
heart.
hearts.
Yeah, because you're heartless. Yeah, Sod gives everything he
If I get
watches a heart, except for Audacity and 2025.
do you want to talk about Audacity at
Yeah.
some point? Because I don't. Thank you.
No, I'm not watching that again.
We've had enough of our Christian cinema, I guess.
Yeah, and the movie's just 90% like Christian interview propaganda
I think
crap.
Ethan would actually like it because
Favorite
the
kid.
writer is best friends with is best friends with Kirk Cameron. So
Oh really? Oh my!
It
Oh, that's
makes
so
way too much
nice.
sense.
Yeah. Maybe it's only 55 minutes. I could watch it tonight if I
don't
wanted to.
watch it.
It's the
It's
longest 55
horrible.
minutes.
I think I might have to. I
No,
do like.
Not a.
If it's like,
There's not a single car scene.
oh,
actually
then
there
never mind.
is.
Like
It's
there's.
not
There
for
I
me
guess there
then.
is.
technically is
Oh
a
god.
scene.
Okay,
There is. No, you're
is
right.
there a
There
dinner
is.
scene? Is there a dinner scene?
Oh god.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's
Why isn't
perfect then.
it?
That's perfect then.
This outro is gonna be after like titled in like the credits, brief review of Audacity.
Audacity, yes.
Anyway, I just want to talk about like what Robin Williams meant to me
Sure, go ahead.
throughout
Please,
my
yeah.
life. Like
I'm
his
yeah.
his movies were always there and always enjoyable for me. Like he's probably one of my favorite actors of all time. Even though he does have like movies I don't enjoy, he's for the most part always the most enjoyable part of that film. Like even in garbage like Patch Adams or Jack, he's still good even though like the movie itself isn't good.
Yeah.
And he's always there to like make me laugh, and I just loved him for him being able to do that, and I
Yeah.
miss him.
For you. Yeah.
Honestly, it's like a month off, even though it's not a month off. This is probably going to be out in March, by the way. Just saying. Yeah, but yeah,
Even if I wasn't sick, it still would not have been out in the actual
but yeah,
month.
this like sort of like I guess
Yeah.
marathon of Robin Williams movies has just shown like reinforced that he really was like one of the greats. Yeah,
He's a
that,
goat.
sure.
Oh, don't do that shit for Robin Williams, please.
Robin Williams goated.
But yeah, like going from like Mrs. Doubtfire and Birdcage to like stuff like 1 Hour Photo just shows like how much range he had and how he could really do anything. Yeah.
Diversity. That's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really glad we
any
did this
role.
month because it gave me the opportunity. Because I mean, I've always loved Robin Williams, but like it gave me the opportunity to see like more movies from him I didn't see before, like Birdcage. Like I was aware about. It's like okay, might as well finally watch this, and I did. You know, and by the end, I'm glad we got to talk about it. We did an episode about it. I'm glad I finally saw it, and then we did 1 Hour Photo, which is interesting because like seeing Robin do a darker role, Robin, you know, just basically doing something he always does the least expected. Like whatever you expect of him, like he'll go the exact opposite of that.
Sai
Especially at the
did nothing
time,
wrong.
yeah, no, that's a whole episode discussing that. And then World's Greatest Dad I've already seen before, but I just love that movie in it. And this movie, it's like I said, it's kind of like in a way not really talked about much, which makes it even more interesting. We would do an episode on this, which I'm glad we did, because even though Edward Norton is the more, I guess, central
Lead.
role in this movie, Robin Williams has his own like significant little role in this movie. It's really it's a nice closing to this month. You know, like it's not really technically a month now; it's February,
Month and a
but
half.
he was just a great guy. He in a way, he understood like kids better than like, parents because like he was always did movies like Hook or whatnot. Like he just, I guess he had that like, really understood kids and their thought process and whatnot, and so like did like adult comedies and whatnot. And right, who's that's that guy always for you. It's an entertainer. There never really was one. It's just a great guy and has a great filmography overall. Like you said, he might have his missteps, but the performances don't really fail. Because I can't really think of a movie he was particularly bad in.
Well said.
Yeah, I'm glad we all did this together.
Yeah, so what's next episode? We want to announce that here.
Taking me higher.
Yeah, we'll review the song.
Our next episode will be Lockdown 2025.
Oh god,
Mhm,
Jimmy
yeah,
Paul's
Yep,
return.
we're back on the 2025 hype train.
Yeah, which we should talk about our little letterboxed plan. We did, which we already did. We should talk about that at the beginning at least before we go on to Lockdown 2025.
Mhm.
When we do
Yes,
the
we did
episode, or
something. Yeah, like at the beginning, like part of the intro one. I was like talk about it briefly before we go to Lockdown 2025. I think that'd be a good idea.
Okay.
Mm.
So I guess that's it.
Yeah, this has been
Yeah.
Simon versus the podcast, Death to Smoochy episode. Thanks for listening. We probably won't see you next time. Bye from me, Simon.
Bye from Sod.
This is bye from Ethan.
E10.
Ethan Cohen. That's what
All
you
right.
call me, I suppose.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Dear President Vladimir Putin, I'm so sorry that I was not your mother. If I was your mother, you would have been so loved, held in the arms of joyous light. Never would the stories plight the world unfurled.
Whatever that means, you fucking peasant.